everybody, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me and who is new here, hi, welcome. I am Nadine. Let's chat about what we're doing in this video. It's going to be my first full-on tip video on how to get your curly hair back. So this is not my curl journey. It's just things that I did to get my hair back in its natural state and what's been working for me. So my first tip number one is you need to have time, and with time you need to have patience. That is the biggest thing. You need to have patience. You need to work with your hair for your hair to work with you. So I have been transitioning for the past 2 years, and this is the result of 2 years worth of curl. I started during lockdown. It's the best time to start. You're just at home, you've got the time. If you're not working or you're home based, you've got the time to start your journey now. Do it now. I prolonged it because I do procrastinate on almost everything in my life. Start now. If you end up with a funny hairstyle because of having to trim your hair, you're just at home, so nobody's going to see it. Okay, start during lockdown. I would say that would be the best time for you to start. Next thing is no heat. Try to stay away. That is the biggest killer of curly hair. Heat. I was still flat ironing my hair after I straightened it, after I got my curl back, and I would freak out so much after I did my hair that I knew my hair will just, I'll touch the flat iron, let's say on a Sunday, and I would flat iron my hair, and then I would immediately wash it out like the Wednesday, just so I know I'm getting my curl back and I needed to take my hair. I would literally only do it on special occasions and when I really needed to. But other than that, stay away from heat. That was the first month or two. I did not touch a flat iron at all. In one of my previous videos you would see my hair is actually flat ironed, but I put curls in with my flat iron so that it maintains the spiral effect. But other than that, do not use heat on your hair. Only if you really need to, I would say you should, but don't. If you want to maintain your curls, I would say the first 2 years, year and a half to 2 years, do not touch your flat iron. That means try not to diffuse. I do diffuse my hair at times. Try not to diffuse your hair on the highest heat. Try to keep it on the low heat. Rather take your time with your hair than put it full blast on and that heat damages your hair. Stay away from diffusers, stay away from flat irons, stay away from curling irons, stay away from actual irons because you get people that iron their hair. Stay away from anything that makes your hair straight. Stay away from perms, anything like that. Next step is try to deep condition once a week. So you get very affordable deep conditioners. I use on Jackie's deep conditioners and it works like a bomb. I would put it on, keep it on for about 20 minutes and rinse it out. I will not apply conditioner when I do my deep conditioning. But other than that, try to get yourself a decent deep conditioner. It doesn't have to be expensive. Just use it as it's supposed to be used and you'll see great results. It adds a lot of moisture, it repairs your hair, it helps with breakage, anything. Deep conditioners is the best for curly hair. Your products, your next step is your products: paraben, sulfates, silicone free only. When I was younger, I could use literally anything. I could use organics on my hair and I would still receive this, but I needed to first use on Jackie's to get my hair back to the state for me, in order for me to sort of sway away from that. But still, I would always say no sulfate, silicones, parabens, nothing, zilch. Take it, throw it out of your cupboard. Get a hair mask. I started when my first month. I used to, on a Sunday, used to be my hair day. I remember having to plait my hair on a Sunday, and I remember I used to stand in front of this big mirror that I have in my lounge and I would put oil and mayo on my hair. Marvin hated the smell of it, and but it did what it needed to do. I think it's called a protein treatment, but that's basically, I'll just use those two, which was the mayo and the egg on my hair, um, every week, and that would be my hair mask. Did that for a couple of weeks and I received great results. My hair stopped breaking off. I even did the rice water thing. My hair stopped breaking off. Basically, anything protein wise would help with your hair. But you also need to watch that you don't have so much protein in your hair that you're actually adding more protein, because that can um, cause a different kind of strand of hair and problems. um Try to do, this is one of my favorite tips, and this is, try to do a scalp massage every time you do your hair, or even every day. First 2 months I did two scalp massages twice a day. When I showered in hot water, I actually got a couple of things here next to me that I wanted to show you guys, and this is my scalp massager. It's literally just pop your hand in and you just rotate it on your scalp with the hot water, the steam. It softens your cuticles and your follicles and all of that, and the oils just, it works, it's magic, man. So try to get you one of these if you don't have, and literally spend your time, even if it's just 10 minutes, and scalp massage. If you don't have this, your fingers work just as well. I used to do it the first like 2 months. Everything I did was like the first 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, maybe even 5 months, and I saw instant amazing results. Not instant, but it took a while, but I could see it, I could feel it, I could see the difference, the things that my hair was liking and what it wasn't liking. And my hair liked massages. I think everybody's hair likes massages. But I would literally watch a YouTube video, and I would massage my hair throughout the whole video, and it would like just flow, and it helps promote hair growth as well. You're opening those follicles for your hair to grow. So that was, I love scalp massages. The next thing is, try to, when you do your hair, Chase is watching me, when you do your hair with, and you're in a shower, whatever, when you come out, do not use a towel on your hair. It causes a lot of frizz. Try to use either a microfiber towel or a cotton t-shirt, but stay away from a towel. Those little the actual thing that dries your skin, it's too harsh for your hair, and it actually um ends up like stripping your hair, and it ends up like causing split ends and things. So try to stay away from that, and rather opt for microfiber towels, or even use a cotton. My next step would be, try to invest in a satin head bonnet. This is my satin bonnet. This is actually on the inside out. So this is what you can wear when you go to sleep. I'm not a very big fan of this for my hair in particular, because I feel like it's too loose and my hair is so thin and so little that it sort of falls out of here. So I would try and invest then in a pillowcase. It helps a lot with frizz, and it helps with split ends. It doesn't cause split ends. So try to think in the line of that. Next up, I would say, is try to also invest in a tangle teaser or a Denman brush, anything that is able to detangle your hair and give you volume at the same time. I achieved this, and it's not even big yet. And this is what I would use to detangle. It takes minimal hair off, doesn't break off my hair. And I think that is what is so nice about this curly product, this not product but this item that I have. It doesn't break my hair off, it doesn't pull my hair, and makes detangling extremely easy. Okay, next thing I would say is, don't brush your hair when it's dry. So I would literally wash my hair, condition it, and then I would use this, and I would detangle my hair with this while it's wet. Gives the best definition, as you can see. I don't know if you guys can see, but, and also remember with curly, you have to know your porosity of your hair. There are other videos out on the internet, on YouTube, about explaining to you different porosities, what you need, what products your hair needs. So I went into a lot of research before having transitioned, and then I went and I spent money on things that would maintain my hair. But also remember, with that being said, my hair could be the same porosity as your hair, but your hair needs something more than what my hair needs. So it's just all of that you need to take into consideration. um Protective hairstyles, braids, buns. You'll see my hair a lot in buns, especially in my few previous videos. Let me just move this up a bit. You would see, and you probably I almost gave my um name the bun mom, but I used to wear a lot of buns. I still wear a lot of buns. Like I explained in my previous video, because Leo's always on my arm, I wear my hair up in a bun, and that also keeps my hair protected. So buns, braids, plaits, things like that. And that's what I used to do a lot of in the beginning. I used to plait my hair. I would get my sister to let me plait my hair for me, and then I would go sleep and I would leave it like that for the whole week. So that also helped. I scrunched my hair all the time. I finger coil my hair, and all of that. And I think the biggest thing is, people think that if you transition your hair, you need to do a big chop. You don't need to do a big chop. I never did a big chop. I went, and you could, my hair started, and as it grew out, it grew and grew and grew, and all the dead hair, the straight hair was here, and eventually I chopped it all off. But I did it very gradual. That's why I say start in lockdown, because nobody's going to laugh at your hair if your hair is curly here and straight here if you're at your house all the time. So cut the dense ends off. My last trim Marvin did, but I try to trim regularly. As soon as I see that there's a little bit of dead hair, I would trim it off. And I've made peace with that. I've made peace with my hair can still look good even if it's short and curly, you know? So yeah, just remember, your hair is not the same like everybody else's. Your hair is different. You'll get different results with your hair. Um, and that's also where porosity comes. You need to know what type you are, what type your hair is, and that way it can help you. And one of the nicest things is, try to take pictures of how your hair looks during the process. Try to get pictures, try to see, and that will keep you motivated. Like I did that. I would take pictures of my hair, and it first started like really small little curls, and it got bigger and it got bigger, and it became like this. So try to track your process, and that way you will be glad. You will see results, and that will make you keep on, because a lot of people start the process, and because they can't stop using a flat iron, they just stop the whole process. But if you have something to look back to and say, oh my word, my hair look like this, and that looks like this, looks different, that will be such a big help for you, and it will motivate you, and it will keep you motivated. There's so much YouTubers that talk about curly hair, and then you look at the hair and they're like, wow, like their hair was worse than what mine was, and now mine looks like this. So try to stay motivated. With that comes, drink lots of water, eat healthy, live a good lifestyle. Your hair feeds off what you eat. Take supplements. I take folic acid. I take my prenatals, and that helps with my hair and nails and all of that. So try to, biotin is extremely good product. And just figure out what works for your hair. Everybody's hair is different. I used to use oils on my hair. I used to use coconut oils on my hair. Use oils for the nourishment, the health benefits, the anything that you can possibly use. Use oils. I don't have any oil on now, but I've got conditioner on, and conditioner surely should have oil in. So yeah, keep oils handy. And then I think the biggest motivation is, try to have a curly girlfriend, or try to have a curly friend, whether it's a boy or a girl. I had three I had three curly friends, and they really kept me motivated. And I mean, I would send the one. I think her phone is like blown up with the amount of pictures of my hair process. But they like told me and they guided me and I watched videos. And so try to have somebody that's gonna support you and motivate you in that sense, and you'll see it'll get better. It will, or find somebody who also wants to transition with you and you guys can compare and you guys can go shopping together and look for things and talk about things and share tips and tricks and things like that. So really try to get somebody who's willing to do that with you, and that will also push you through. So if you've come to the end of my video, thank you very, very much for staying tuned and to listening to all my tips and tricks. I will also have a curly hair journey video coming out soon. I just need to gather a couple of photos and a couple of info for that video. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and stay tuned for my next video. Thank you for everybody who watched and took time to watch. Thank you to my new subscribers for subscribing, and stay safe, and please do not forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.